Hey guys, Victoria here and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. So today we are going to be doing a non-spoiler review over Oz Perkins' The Monkey, which technically would be Stephen King's The Monkey by Oz Perkins adaptation thing. But yes guys, as I said at the start of this video, The Monkey is a Stephen King novel and it has been adapted by Oz Perkins, who the last time we talked about him on the channel was for his directorial debut, Longlegs. But this is the second time we're seeing him direct and also make a little cameo if you guys have seen the trailers. So I'm going to tell you guys what I think The Monkey is about, and then I'm going to read you what the internet says The Monkey is about. So The Monkey is about a wind-up toy that is probably possessed by some sort of demon or entity or something from the other side of after you die. And it chooses who lives and who dies. And two young twin brothers stumble upon it in their youth. It is a gift left to them by their dad, and at a very young age they start realizing just how absolutely horrid and terrifying this monkey toy is. Even with their relationship being estranged, they have to come back together years later as adults and try to locate the monkey and prevent it from causing further harm and damage to their community. That's what I think the movie is about. The internet says, they probably have it in a much tidier sentence, when twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey, a series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged siblings to confront the cursed toy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself one of these. First, let's go ahead and talk about our characters and actors, talk about our performance, loop that into one category. For me, the last movie that I saw Theo James in was the Divergent series. So seeing him from something like that and then in something like this was mind-blowing to me. He was a completely different person. He wasn't just this hot guy that was mysterious and strong. He played the twin brothers as adults and he did so freaking well with it. Just two different people. There was no you can't tell who is who besides the costume designer and things like that. All of that with his performance worked well to create these two very different brothers. Him reaching out to prevent something from happening lives rent-free in my head because I just felt it in my heart. Every time something horrible was about to happen and Hal could see it just a millisecond before it happened, Theo James did great. I do want to also highlight the actor that played the young twin brothers. When watching the movie straight through, I didn't realize that he played both brothers. And I was like, oh my God, the other brother is such a little shit. And then after the movie, realizing he played both, I was like, oh my God, he did so well playing and it's just nice being able to see that type of range as our young child actors grow up and go out throughout the business. So it was really awesome to see that. And of course, we had Tatiana Maslany, who played the mother. She played Lois Shelburne. And she didn't have a lot of screen time, but I did like every time she showed up on screen. She was a very believable, kind of quirky, little awkward mom. You could tell she's been through a lot and she's just doing her best. I thought she did great. And so just kind of seeing them together, there wasn't a lot there, but they brought humor when it was needed. And I think kind of having that sort of layered into this type of horror movie is nice. Not that The Monkey isn't a serious movie. It is serious by all intents and purposes, but you do have very real people that end up just kind of making you chuckle a little bit at some of the stuff that's happening. Not within all the killings and stuff, but just these side little things that are happening to kind of help not only just pad out the movie, but give the characters more depth. Kind of create these catalysts for other things to happen. But they still serve a purpose, if that makes any sense. I think it was well written. The pacing was great. I do feel maybe this is just because I enjoyed it, but I do feel that I kind of enjoyed the pacing on this one a little bit more than Longlegs. It was slow, but I like that we spent more time with them as children than I thought we were going to. And that completely surprised me. It was easy to just get rid of those expectations, suspend your disbelief, and just watch the movie. Since we're talking about the script, just the concept in general, I love a good possessed item movie. I do feel like there's a lot of them. There's a lot of possession in horror movies in general, but I like a simple wind-up toy possession. I don't feel like we have a lot of them now in the 2020s. So I think that this one is a nice way to kind of get that trend started back up. Just the overall design of the monkey is just, I feel like at first glance, it's not really creepy, But then the more you look at it, the longer you look at it, and God forbid if you wind it up, the teeth and just the mouth and then those like just death staring eyes, it becomes a lot. So I think, I don't know, I really like the design. Of course, I got to talk about blood and gore. Keywords that are definitely going to get flagged by YouTube. If you're very squeamish, then maybe this movie might not be for you. But I will say, in terms of like the cinematography and the special effects, just kind of combining those into one, I really love the colors of the movie and just kind of the decade they started in versus transitioning to like today. The color palette was still pretty similar, and I thought that that was an interesting choice. Maybe there wasn't a time period. Now I'm questioning everything, but I think it's in terms of when they were going to school and what kind of products and stuff they had in the kitchen. I think this movie may have been something that was supposed to take place like maybe like 20, maybe about like 40 years ago or something like that. But anyways, that being said, I like the colors of the movie as a whole. I noticed that they didn't quite just completely change. A lot of the colors were still the same, and almost it also felt like like I said, a fever dream, like some of the products. But anyways, I digress. Overall, I like what they did to kind of create this like eerie, unsettling kind of Twilight Zone episode atmosphere with the camera work. And regarding the blood and gore, it is very camp in a way to me. Of course, it is gory, but in some of the kills come out of nowhere. There's a lot of blood, but I feel like it's very, like I said, kind of like camp blood. I'm trying not to use the word cartoony because it's not cartoony. The color is like it. The color looks like blood. The consistency is like blood, so it's not like goofy or anything like that. But it is very like dramatic, like something that could be done for laughs in some scenes too. Overall, I really like this movie and it surprised me. I thought the marketing that was done for this movie was more effective to me than it was for Longlegs, because this movie, Oz, really let the audience decide if this was the scariest movie they've seen this year without being told,
well, hey, this is the scariest movie you're going to see this year.
That kind of let people go in building their own expectations and come out pleasantly surprised, or maybe pleasantly unsurprised or underwhelmed, however you felt about the movie. And I'm happy that as a viewer, I was given the chance to do that. I give The Monkey 4 out of 5 geeks. But yes, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like rating down below and let me know, have you seen this movie yet? Do you plan to see it? Are you tired of the horror comedy genre already? And if you're new around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos like this one. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.